All right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Mayong buntag, mayong aga, magandang umaga. What's up, everybody? What's up? Happy holidays, wherever you're at. Hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's good. Yeah, so I got a couple talking points. I made some notes before to start it up. But yeah, man, just super, just psyched, man. 3 years in the Philippines. Wow, 3 years, unbelievable. Yeah. So one of my notes is, I don't know if you guys know this or see this, but I've replied to every single comment over the past 3 years, and recently I've been unable to keep up whatever's going on. Right, I just haven't replying to comments hasn't been there. It's something I'm able to kind of do normal life and living. So if I don't get to your comment, look, I apologize. Definitely leave comments on the video. Enjoy that type of interacting with other people and myself. It is, I actually go through and read them. I see them, but there's been, over the past week or so, a couple weeks, I even got behind on a video where it took me forever to get these videos out. So just life's been going on, just been busy doing stuff, still kind of getting settled in Butuan, and then we traveled around. So, just kind of a lot going on. It's amazing how time is, right? When it's kind of like, when you have a big home, you have a tendency to fill all of it up. And then you move to a bigger home and you think you got all this space and you just fill it right back up. And time's very much like that, right? You just kind of fill it up with whatever's going on. And that's been my experience. I'm not working. I'm mostly retired, but I'm still have a lot going on. It's still, my time is filled up. So yeah, I haven't been able to get to all the comments, and I apologize if you're new to the channel. Thanks for being here, and I'm probably going to get back to some of them, but there were some of them that are a couple weeks old now that I just haven't got to, and that's a first for me. Usually, I'm pretty good at getting all the comments, but like I said, we've just been doing other things. Another thing I wanted to bring up and chat about really quick is new motorcycle. Man, I thought I had a new motorcycle, and I had a deposit down, I had reservation. One of the challenges of being in this country for a lot of things, it's getting access to things that you maybe want or need or whatever. And motorcycle is very much that category. And, you would think companies or dealerships would want to sell you bikes, but sometimes you just can't get them. And so I put a reservation down. Let's see if I can add this to stage and show you guys. So the riding here is very different. And, so these small displacement machines are actually ideal. I hardly ever ride above, I think Mary Rose and I were riding at a straight road. I got to 90 kilometers per hour. I don't know what that is, miles per hour. Not very fast, right? Maybe 50 or 60, if that. But that's most of my riding speed is around anywhere between 50, 60, and 70. And if I'm just putting around, whatever, 40 kilometers per hour, I apologize. I've converted to kilometers per hour. So yeah, that's these smaller displacement machines are ideal. So what I had picked up is this guy right here. I even named it. I was going to name her Sherpy. And yeah, the Kawasaki KLX 230 Sherpa. Brand new bike. In the United States, actually, it's a little bit different bike. It's the Sherpa S with a little bit smaller seat height and such. But anyways, this was the bike. I'd put a down payment on it. They were going to order it. And they had messaged us yesterday and said, Chris, we can't get it. So yeah, I was super stoked about this and what that was going to open up, and riding a little bit off-road, riding some of these trails, was just super stoked. And unfortunately, it's they messaged us back and said they can't do it. But yeah, air-cooled 230cc. I think the seat height, yeah, it was right around 32. I think it's a similar height as my NX 500, but obviously it's only whatever. It's the same weight as the scooter. So real lightweight, agile machine. Super excited about that. Yeah. 845 millimeters, which I think I converted out. It's like whatever, just over 32 inches. Yeah, and just super light, man. So that's a little bit of a downer, but whatever. So what we're going to do with that is we actually reached out to other dealerships. We reached out to Manila. We reached out to Togum. You know what? Let's add this back. And what I think I could do, bring up the map because I show you guys kind of these areas that I'm talking about. So, oh yeah, I want to turn these off. All right. So, yeah. So Togum is another really big kind of motorcycle area. There's some big dealerships and stuff there. And it's whatever, an hour and a half or so northeast of Davao City. So we reached out to these two areas, these two dealerships. They got a couple of big ones. And I think there's another one in Cebu, but I was really kind of kind of in ways avoiding Cebu if I could. And even though honestly, Cebu is probably easier for me to get to from here because I just got to hop on a boat and then I'll be in Cebu versus Davao where, I mean, even flying down to Davao for where I'm at, it's kind of a pain. I think I have to fly back to Cebu or whatever. So yeah, anyways, that's what we got going on. New bike. We're looking into it. We're being persistent as you need to be here in this country. But it's all good. It's all good. I'll just remove that. So yeah, we'll see what goes on. And then down. So the long-term kind of what I'm thinking about bikes is I was looking to get the KLX 230 Sherpa. And then BMW just announced the 450 GS that's looking to come out. But that might not hit the markets until late 2026, early 2027. And, whatever, mid 2027, maybe even before that gets to the Philippines market. So the goal was this bike was to use it, really just kind of do some off-road kind of learning and growing and developing, and then get the 450 GS when it comes out back in, whenever 2026 or so, 2027, when that comes out potentially. So that's kind of the roadmap that I was looking at for bikes. And then when that comes out, keep the Sherpa if I feel like I want it or need it, but definitely get rid of the NX and sell both bikes and just have the one bike. I think that BMW will replace both bikes. I definitely don't think I would need the NX to do anything. I think the BMW would do it all. It would do touring, it would do off-road, it would do all. So yeah, that's kind of what we got with bikes. Let's see what else we got going on. Yes, being stranded. My gosh, Padre Burgos, right? I see Jeff brought that up. Yeah, dude, we got stuck a little bit in Leyte. We went back to Leyte to visit with Mary Rose's family a little bit before the holidays. And, it was a low pressure system moving in. So all the ferries were shut down, all that stuff. So what we did is we had got, let's bring up the map again. I can show you guys kind of what we're talking about. So we had lived where Mary Rose is at. Where are we at here? Leyte, yeah, Palampon. So, not far, a good, 2 days of travel from where we're at. So yeah, there was a low pressure system that was ripping through here. And we ended up just bailing out of there a little bit early because we were just kind of stuck in the hotel in Palampon. So we drove down and then went all the way down to Padre Burgos. We got, we're stuck there too, but at least we were far enough away because the storm really the system was up here to the north. And so we were far enough away where it wasn't really impacting us down there, other than a little cloudy and a little bit rainy, whatever. So, but all the ferries were shut down. So we just kind of stayed there. Beautiful resort, man. That place is awesome. We actually have one more video coming out of that. Just gorgeous there. Really good beach day. Beautiful, beautiful scene. We're super stoked about Padre Burgos, actually. Want to go back there. It's not hard for us to get to. Just a quick ride up to Siargao City and then a ferry over. So, and that was one of when I looked at moving here, that was one of the thoughts about it, is it really gives me access still to Southern Leyte. Let's bring this back up. It really gives me access to, down here, because here we are in Butuan, gives me the whole access to this region, right, as well as Mindanao. So I can, cruise down to Bugutan and all that stuff, which I'm looking to do, maybe even with the new bike. And then, but still we can get access to Southern Leyte and Dinagat. Gosh, really super stoked about getting out to Dinagat. And of course, Siargao, get out and do some stuff on that island out there too. So yeah, great time, stranded out there for a little bit. I got one more video to come out. I haven't started working on that, but I'll work on that and maybe get it out kind of mid next week, or maybe I'll wait until Friday. So yeah, that was the video and that. And then what else we got? Yeah, another segment, right, that I wanted to kind of bring up. It's it's titled News, Media, and Mental Health, right? And 3 years, guys, 3 years I've been here. Hard to believe. December 8th. But the main reason I moved out here was really mental health and just to kind of escape what I call like a hate culture or drama culture, all that stuff, And I bring it up in light of, and I know this isn't a channel where we talk about kind of current event and news and drama stuff, but I just bring it up in the sense of how I just don't know what's going on. And I wonder if we're any better knowing what's going on. And I talk about the Sydney, Australia stuff, right? Like, I don't know, I'm just traveling around, right? I'm on the beach in Padre Burgos, I'm snorkeling, I've got my girlfriend, and, we're just riding around motorcycles. And, I'm just chatting with people in some of the seminar work that I do. And they're like, yeah, I'm just really impacted by Sydney, Australia. And I'm like, hi guys, I don't know what you're talking about. And it's really fascinating to me, that kind of stuff, right? Like, are we really any better knowing any of that stuff? I think the news media needs to come with, like, cigarettes and alcohol have a warning label. It's just, I had no clue what was going on, and my life was better off not knowing. It gives me no benefit to know about that kind of thing. And like I said, part of me is like, it's just so different out here. And the another reason why I want to bring it up is if you were looking to come out here to escape, you can. Trust me, I'm living proof of that. So I don't know, man. It's just, I'm just so incredibly. The other thing that it makes me think about, and it's just how grateful I am to be here. And mission accomplished, right? Really, just mission accomplished to escape the hate culture, escape the drama culture, just escape all that crap. And just, honestly, and if it wasn't for a lot, even just YouTube stuff, I would be completely oblivious to what's going on. So it's just really wild, right? It just, after being here for 3 years, it really definitely has me look back at, mission accomplished. Seriously, to escape, to remove myself from all this stuff that's just, wow, man. So anyways, that is it for my notes. That's all I got. Open up, as usual, we can talk about whatever. Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate everyone watching. Check out the Patreon page if you're not. I do weekly just update stuff. Last video, I think it's like from a rice field. I talk about, we're standing out in front of the rice field. And, one of the things about, it's really interesting living here, and probably most of you guys too, is never been around a rice field before, right? So just kind of seeing how that cycle works, the crop works, and to me, they're fascinating. Kind of like if you've probably never been around a cornfield before and how tall it gets and all, you know what I mean? I don't know. I guess if you live in Iowa, it's pretty damn boring. But here it's, I find them fascinating. And so yeah, that's the Patreon page. We talk about rice fields. No, but we do like weekly updates. It's all behind the scenes. And it's no edit. It's just basically turn on the camera, microphone, and we just say, hey, this is what's been going on. This is what we've been doing. These are things that we're learning, that kind of deal. So invite you to check that. And it's all free, dude. You can sign up for paid memberships and, whatever, help support the channel that way, or back the channel that way if you want, but it's all free. So whatever you want to do. Anyways, that's all my notes. Yes, Otto, what's up, brother? What's up? Yes, good morning from Bantanga, sunny and dry, right? Yeah. What do we got weather-wise? I really like, so another kind of note too, as we're talking about weather, I really dig this Zoom Earth. Shout out to Richard who showed it to me. Really just dig this thing. One of the things I like about too on this weather app is it gives me great notifications, right? Like if there is a low pressure system, and I'm sure I could set this up on other apps and things like that, but I just really dig the notification systems. They're not overbearing, and they're kind of like the information that I need. And it just did that by default, right? And it just kind of goes through and it tells me, and because it is important to keep your eye to the east, look for developing storms and stuff. But yeah, pretty nothing circular out there now, nothing moving, a little bit wet. I'm learning that these December, January months can be a little bit wetter, whether if it's low pressure system, tropical system, or just everyday rain. Um, and another thing that I've kind of with that I've kind of thought about: do I really want to be traveling around December and January, or these months that I want to just plant and be rested and ready for what they call summer, which is March, April, May. So, which are more of the drier, cooler months. So, super stoked about that, man. And, just kind of figuring stuff out as I go. The weather is being one of them. The other thing about traveling around this time of year, you can get a little bit wetter, but you also got a lot of local traffic, a lot of local travel traffic that you're dealing with, especially some of these bigger cities like Cebu, Manila, CDO, or whatever. People are going home, right? People are going home for the holidays. People are going home for Christmas. So you've got all this ferry traffic and things like that you wouldn't normally have in some of the other seasons. Just some kind of little nuances as I've been here for a couple of years and kind of figuring out travel. So yeah, good morning, brother. Hope you're good up there. Brother, I'm feeling like the skipper lately. One of the challenges that I also have, is exercise and working out and routine, but staying on schedule as I'm traveling around. I'll get in this really good workout routine. I'll get in the gym and hit it good, and then we'll go travel and blow it all to crap, and then come back and start all over again, right? Yeah, it's really funny. I guess I have a commitment to just starting over constantly, like this running app. I've done this couch potato to 5K running app, I don't know, maybe 10 times. Where I'm learning to run over and over again, crap. I was up, whatever, two years ago or so, I was up to like running for 45 minutes without stopping. And yesterday I just ran for 1 minute. Yeah, Skipper's back. Hopefully Gilligan soon, but Skipper for now. Oh, brother. Yeah. What's up? Hey, Pete. How are you, brother? Yeah, I hope you and Hyson are good, man. Might be making my way down to Togum here in a little bit, as I'm looking to get a bike, and your area is probably where I need to go to get it. Yeah, man. Hope you guys are good there. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Yeah, I hope you guys are both good down there too, brother. Yeah, Richard. What's up, man? Yeah. No, things are good. Things are good. Back home, yeah, I've got one more video coming out with the Padre Burgos scene. Super stoked about that, honestly. This next video, the footage is just amazing. We had a really beautiful beach day there. Gorgeous, man. Just really, you know what? I wonder if I could share any, let's see what we got here. I think I could share some photos of this. Let me just kind of take a look here and see what, I think I might have posted even one on, yeah, what do we got here? Yeah, let's see if I can present. Yeah. Image file. Yeah, guys, I'm super stoked about. I've got a new streaming service in the works. Super stoked about that. One of the things I don't like about StreamYard is that, you get a little freaking promotion icon that they give you, but it only streams at 720. So all that drone footage that I start my videos with, and it's all 4K footage, but it looks like crap because it's 720 being squashed down by StreamYard. Now, if you want to push 1080 or even 4K, crap, you got to pay whatever. I think it's $50 a month or something. I'm like, screw that. So I found this free streaming service. I can push 4K if I want, but more than likely I'll just push 1080 for bandwidth reasons. And then I can share all this crap out so much easier too. It's a more elaborate streaming service. So my next stream, I'll actually be pulling from that. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. I was going to show you some photos that I took of this beach. Gorgeous. Yeah, really good drone footage, bunch of stuff. What's up, Jim? When you heading this way, brother? Yeah, man, we're around. I'll send you my location on WhatsApp, and you should come by here. Yeah. Rolled in at 1:30. Are you here? Yeah. If you're here, brother, I will send you my location where we're at, and then we can meet up. We can either meet up for breakfast or lunch, whatever, man. This guy right here, we rode together throughout Mindanao, whatever, a year ago or so, almost a year, I think a year ago, right? We hopped on the bikes. We actually met in Butuan, met up in Butuan, and then we rode down all the way east coast of Mindanao, down to Mate, down to Davao, and then he came back up because he had to run back to CDO where he was staying, and then I ended up just going down to General Santos. So, yeah, brother, hope you're good, man. Yeah, I'm around. I'm around. No plan. So I'll drop you my location here in just a minute on WhatsApp. So yeah, hope you're good. Hello from Australia. Yeah, what's up, man? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What's up? X. What's up, brother? Yeah. Freezing in big Ohio. Yeah. Freezing in a big rig in Ohio. Oh, man. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, my dad was saying it was a little bit warm. My dad's in Ohio. My daughter's in Colorado. Son's down in Florida. But yeah, I guess it's been a little bit warm. I haven't been seeing much of the weather and hearing much about the weather in the United States. So yeah, really just kind of don't know a lot, as I was talking earlier about kind of what's going on in the West. The other thing too, I just want to, for those of you new to the live stream, I put like a 20 second, whatever timeout, or 30-second, I can't remember. There's a timeout section. So if you type something and then you want to type again, there is a little bit of a time. And I just do that so that way someone doesn't like spam the channel. And, you know, for them to kind of spam the channel, they got to wait 22 seconds to type another message, and that would be pretty annoying. So anyways, apologize for that. But that's just a way for me to kind of help self-monitor the live stream, right? Isn't it, brother? Isn't it? Yeah. It's one of the things that I'm really present to about being here. And like I was sharing too, one of the main reasons why I moved here was really to, escape. I'm done with that. I'm done with drama. I'm just done with it. And I'm just super stoked to be in a country where I can do that. At any moment, I can, hop on my bike and just go. I can be riding around and do that. And I mean, I guess I can in the United States, but, it being around work and that kind of deal. And not only that, you're in a friendly environment here. You got people who are happy, they're smiley, and they don't have a lot, right? But they're still happy and smiley. They're excited to see you. They want to get to know you. I mean, shoot, Mary Rose and I were in the barangay office yesterday, and people are just laughing, flirty and smiley and happy. And it's just, come on, man. It's just great. Love it. Love being here. Really do. Loved it. Yeah, kilometers. Yeah, talking my lingo, Brian. Now. Okay, yeah, 90 kilometers is 56, right? Hardly moving, man. Yeah. Yep. If you can't hear the beaver tail slapping, you're giving her too hard. Yeah, dude, that's very, very, I love it. And very true to me here as well. Slowing down, although yesterday I was kind of flying through traffic a little bit, but yeah, just kind of slowing down in my riding and everyday living and that kind of deal. And, admittedly, after 50 something years of living life in the West and that, there's a lot more for me to do and go, but it just, as I look over the past 3 years, just wild, yeah, just really, really just kind of wild. Yeah. Hey, hello. What's up, brother? Yeah. Hello from Oregon. Hope all is good up there. God bless as well. Hope you're good. Yeah. Congrats on the 3 years. Give us a quick, if you were to do it all over again, I'd do this instead of that. Man, what a great question, Jeff. Seriously. Right away, I think I would say, well, I would have got out of Cebu City quicker. I wouldn't have stayed that second year. And maybe even started in Davao. I mean, yeah, got out of Cebu quicker for sure. I spent 2 years in Cebu City. Just the one is all I needed, just to get familiar with it, or even 1 year, 6 months to a year. That would be one. Another thing that I think about that I'll say in probably 3 years from now is I wish I would have built my house sooner, and I haven't built it, right? Because I just don't know where. But that would have been something. Obviously, if I could really rewind and say, yeah, this is the spot I want to build my house, because I still don't know where yet. That would have saved me a ton of money. Because you got the chunk of money when you come here, right? And it's kind of chipping away at it year by year by year. So obviously that would have been something to just build my house right away. But yeah, I just, one of the things that stands out is get out of Cebu quicker and be out of some. I guys, I like, nothing wrong with being in Cebu, Manila, BGC, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that, right? It's just not for me. I like being around the Filipinos. I like being more around like provincial type. Butuan City is whatever, close to 500,000 people, 300 something thousand, or maybe close to 400,000, right? Whatever, close to 500,000. Very much a town and city. You got your stuff, you got your restaurants, but it is considered like a provincial area. It doesn't take me but 30 seconds to get to a major rice field and nobody around. I like that. I really, really like that. And Cebu City is a 3.5 million people in a small area, man. And, you think like Chicago, but, a smaller footprint. It was interesting being in Tokyo, whatever the largest city in the world. I did not have that experience especially when I compare it to like Cebu City, walking down Tokyo, the main streets and stuff, there just wasn't a lot of people around versus you're walking down Cebu City and you're on top of people, you're all walking so, but it was good. I mean, I still enjoy Cebu City. I'm glad I started there. Super easy, stay at the Selenia right across the street from the IL Mall in the business park. I'd do that all over again in a heartbeat. I found super simple. Get yourself set up, get your driver's license, get your transportation worked out, get all that stuff worked out that takes a long time to kind of do. And then boom, get out, right? Come out and, I enjoyed my time in Leyte. I enjoyed being out there. I'm enjoying my time here in Mindanao, in Butuan. Yeah, I mean, even like relationships, right? Things didn't work out, whatever, that's fine. I'd do it all over again because I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the Filipinos. I learned a lot about dating. I learned a lot about what to look for and what not to look for, right? So yeah, no, that's a great question though, Jeff. I think it'd be more interesting for me to look back in 10 years because that's the thing I think it would be. It's like, bam, build and buy my house as soon as I first move. But, I just don't know. I'm still figuring out where. It was one of the things too, Jeff, as we were over in Southern Leyte and Padre Burgos, we both love the water. Absolutely love the water. Just gorgeous, man. Love being out on the beach. Just to love that. And there's, you get whatever 6,000, 7,000 islands, whatever the hell, but a lot of them are rocky coast and things like that. So finding ones with good beaches and stuff like that is a little bit of a challenge. And I'm not a guy that would like to live in Boracay. I just, super touristy stuff, even Siargao. I wasn't planning on going to Siargao and check out General Luna. I don't want to be around that. But there's other areas of Siargao that I've been told are great, like northeastern. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, man, that would be no real regrets kind of that are there that I would say, you know what, this was a big mistake. I don't really have that in my thinking, but just life experiences for sure. Good stuff. Good question. Yeah, the shooters were staying close. Yeah, you know what? I did hear about that. What's his name was telling me about that. My buddy who lives near me was telling me that they came from Davao or were spending some time in Davao. So yeah. I don't really, like I said, I didn't even know anything about it. It wasn't until people started chatting about it that I became even aware. About how much data are you using during your phone? It depends, Lowell, on let's take a look because I have an app that shows me. It depends on the month. It depends on if I'm traveling or not. I think I've got about a 20 gig. Yeah, I've got about a 20 gig plan, a 20 gig per month plan. And I use, depending on some months, I'll use close to that. And other months, I use whatever, maybe half of that. Let's see, December 20th. Okay, so here's just so as you can see for December, right? I have a 20 gig plan. I have 14 gig left out of that 20 gig plan, and it refreshes in 4 days. So I only use like 6 gig of that 20 gig, but I've had months where I've burnt through it. So yeah, anyways, in that plan, that plan that I have, it cost me 1,500 pesos to have that plan. So what is that in US? Whatever, like 20 bucks or so. Yeah, 25 bucks is my cell phone plan. And I've got unlimited calls or text. I mean, but I don't get any calls or text, right? Main thing is data. And I use that traveling around and stuff like that. So yeah, so anywhere from 6 to 15 gig is what I would say kind of my average is about. You coming to Butuan tomorrow? Well, let's get together, brother. You want to do some lunch or something? You want to grab a cup of coffee somewhere? For sure, man. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. Would love to meet up. Is there a good gym there? Yeah, there's a couple of good gyms. There's a couple of good gyms here. I could kind of show you on a map. A lot of the guys like the Thor's gym. Yeah. You can go to Thor's gym here. I think they've got a day deal. You know, whatever. It's okay, but you know, they don't have air conditioning, or they might. This one might. Crap, I don't know. But you can see here. Here's the gym, kind of packed in. It's not like your Western gyms, anything like that. But yeah, you can try it. You can try Thor's gym. There are a couple of gyms around, but a lot of the guys go to Thor's gym. We don't go to Thor's gym because you could see it's on the other side of town for us. But whatever, if you're here just visiting, it's probably the biggest gym that's out there in Butuan that I can think of. I think, and some of your hotels and stuff will have them too. But Thor's gym, and they've got day use and things like that. But yeah, that's where I would go if I was visiting. So seeing at home, you're for a few. What's the bug condition? Any ants or random? Yeah, random Uncle Bob. Yeah, the bug problem here is pretty good. You know, we had a little bit of ants, but Mary Rose has this. I don't know. It's like chalk. I don't know what chemical it is, but it's a chalk that she just kind of chalks down on the gaps and crap on the floor and along that, and that shit works, man. Now you got to do it maybe once every month and a half or a couple months or so to reapply it because it kind of wears off. But that chalk works really well, and that kills the ants, that kills roaches, kills everything. So we don't really have bugs provided we put the chalk down like as we see stuff or every couple months or so. So yeah, really kind of funny story about the chalk is, so we put these new outside lights on outside the front of the house for cameras and stuff like that. Anyways, we get some outside lights and we turn them on, and then, you know, the lights will attract the bugs. So she goes out there and she's got the chalk all over kind of there. And the next day we get out and we're like, what 6-year-old was coloring on the side of our wall? Because it's white. And we're all laughing. It's Mary Rose putting out the chalk. She's laughing at that story now too. But yeah, so we use this chalk stuff that works really well actually for bugs. We don't have any problems with bugs at all, or critters in general. Yeah, no problems with that. Outside, my security cameras pick up. I think they might be rats. Rats, occasional rat coming by. Yeah, there's some dogs in the neighborhood too that whatever. There's quite a few dogs in the neighborhood that are just kind of street dogs and wandering around, but they're not a distraction like barking and stuff like that. But when you're out walking, especially later at night, they can be a little bit barky. But whatever. Yeah, there's a couple of cats now that are coming in, which is great. Maybe get some of those rodents that may be around. people have seen snakes. I mean, it's a neighborhood in the middle of a freaking rice field, right? So, so some of that rodent and snake stuff would be expected given where we're at. But there's some snakes. I don't know what kind of snake. I haven't really seen it yet. I don't know if it's cobras or whatnot, but there have been some reports of snakes and stuff. But yeah, that's the kind of the neighborhood as far as pests and that kind of deal. Non-existent for the most part, really, honestly. Once you have the right kind of strategy with things, of course. I know you're up in Canada, but I lived in Florida for quite a while. So, in areas when you're living in the part of the country where you don't have a hard freeze, there's a different way of living in that where you kind of think around bugs. Like you don't leave stuff out, right? In Colorado or whatever, you got a hard freeze and kill stuff. You don't have the bugs like you did in Florida, like I did in Florida. Same thing living here. You really got to be mindful about leaving food out, leaving stuff up. We put like a lot of stuff in the refrigerator that doesn't even need to be refrigerated, simply because that it makes it bug proof. And I kind of, like I said, learned that in Florida. Don't leave dirty dishes, that kind of deal. So yeah. Plus, you know me, man. I'm a little bit of a neat freak with my vacuum and things. But yeah, the bugs and rodents have been pretty good. Ran 1 minute for a coconut slushy. We run 1 minute for Dairy Queen. What was she say? Yeah, she was out there joking. Come on, Dairy Queen, we're out running. Yeah, and the thing about working out, the only consistency is being inconsistent. That's right, man. I've been out for about a month, but yeah, got my head. Yeah, that's the thing too, right? Like my eating habits of working out, running, exercising. I got into these eating habits where I'm taking in a lot of calories, and then it's not. It's no big deal eating a half a box of those Jayco donuts. Those Al Capones when I'm out running 4 days a week and in the gym 5 days a week. That ain't a problem. But when you're not in the gym at all and you're not running, eating some of those Al Capones start to add up. Yeah, man. Yeah, Santa Claus is back a little bit, but we started running. Like we're due today. We're gonna go running today and back in it. So I think the running program that I've started now for the whatever dozen time. It's a quick program, but it's really good. It's you really start running for like 1 minute. I don't have I do have my phone. You start the first kind of couple of runs are like 1 minute long, right? So super short. But by the end of it, it's called Get Running, and it schedules it out for you. And by the end of it, which will be week 9, February 12th, you'll be at the end of the program, you'll be running for 30 minutes without stopping. So it's really well done, and so today we run for, let's see if you can see that. I don't know. Yes. Yeah. Okay, good. So 6 runs for a minute and a half. Yeah, really phenomenal program. And it is called, I downloaded this forever ago, called Get Running. Yeah, looks like a little shoe. That's it right there. Really phenomenal. And then this C2K is another one that I've used. I've also used Nike. But yeah, the C25K is pretty good, although that's a little bit expensive. Well, whatever. I think it's like $30 a quarter. So maybe $120 for the year. Anyways, I think Get Running is free. I really enjoy that. But the thing I don't like about it is once you get to 30 minutes, you're like, the program doesn't offer you anything. So anyways, that's kind of what we're at. But yeah, it's been going well. Yeah, no, exercise is it's going well. I'm happy to be back in it and doing it. We've been to the gym, but we've been inconsistent with it. I look like I've trimmed down some. Yeah. I mean, I'm all right? Like I was just sharing, we traveled for a little bit. We've been traveling. The best shape I was in, honestly, was when I was in Cebu and training with Jason, my trainer. I mean, I was a freak. Right before I met Mary Rose, I was running for like 45 minutes without stopping. I was in the gym working out. So, but I'll get back, whatever. I'm good. But yeah, no, thanks, man. I'm doing all right though. I mean, I'm not bad, but life is better without, isn't it? Life is better without the news propaganda machine. Like I said, I think it's got to come with a warning label. You know, I think it's got a wild, man. It's really wild. And like I was saying though, too, Hex, is that mission accomplished for me. I feel in a lot of ways. It's really, you know, as I look at why I want to get out, I just escape. I just can't do it anymore. And then seeing this type of stuff play out for me, where it's like, yeah, I just had no idea. I'm literally sitting on the beach. You know, I wish I could share this here. Yeah, stop share screen, window. Yeah, share, add to stage. I mean, yeah, I think that was right around when all that was going on. That's what I was doing. I mean, right? And that's what we all want to be doing, you know, is instead of thinking about that kind of crap, you know, just all that, we're here, you know, that's what we're doing, chilling on the beach in Padre Burgos. It's just gorgeous, man, just gorgeous. Yeah, this is the video that we got coming up. Just really, really cool, beautiful, and you can see some of the storm moving in a little bit there. Turn off that audio, but yeah, a little bit of a windy day that day, but just beautiful, man. Yeah, that's the low pressure system that had us turn. I mean, but man, just stoked, guys. Just super. That's the life now. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. And actually, what we did is we extended, and we went back. That's what. So this is where I was during that kind of stuff when everyone, you know, I mean, yeah, right, and that's why I moved here. That is why I moved here, is to be around more of that, and you know, just it's beautiful. Good times on the beach. Yeah, yep. That's life in the Philippines. Yep. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, right? Crazy. Like I say, it's become that particular deal is really just kind of like, well, mission accomplished, Chris. You did it. You did it. You did it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. No doubt, Ron, for sure. Yeah. Hey, you came across any areas of Southern Island that you have found? Have I come across any areas that I've found unsafe? I have not yet. So around that whole deal, I think a lot of that too is just kind of my mindset and what I do. And you know, I don't drink alcohol anymore, and so I don't really go to bars. I don't do anything like that. I'm a motorcyclist. I like riding around. I got a big smile on my face when I'm out doing crap. So, which is contagious, you know, other people are smiling and happy and they're waving kind of thing. You know, Mary Rose has commented on that before. She's like, she calls me the mayor, you know, hey, how are you? And, you know, people respond to that. So I'm a happy guy. I'm not here taking advantage of people. I'm not trying to travel around, sleep with teenage girls and, you know, that kind of deal. And I'm not in bars hanging out doing that. So I think you could find problems going when the Philippines is very much you get what you give. If you're a happy-go-lucky dude traveling around with a big smile on your face, you're going to be just fine. If you're here to kind of exploit or take advantage of people and that kind of deal, you know, the extreme of that is you find yourself upside down in a lake like some Americans have or some Westerners have, right? So, yeah, you just got to be mindful and careful. You have to be respectful. You can't be here trying to take advantage. So there has never, in my 3 years of living here, ever been any time where I feel unsafe. You know, there's been times I've been upset. There's been times I've been angry. There's been times I've been whatever. You know, sometimes the traffic will get to me every now and then. Not so much the traffic, but just kind of the driving. But as far as feeling unsafe, I've never felt, and I've been out wandering the streets. I remember during Sinulog in Cebu, I was out wandering around like 2 a.m. You know, I've been out to clubs. I've been, you know, we've gone, especially in Cebu, went clubbing a couple times and, you know, get me a can of Red Bull so I can stay up past 10 p.m. And then, we've been out a couple times, but it's not like my weekly routine. It's not at all what I do. So I think that's where guys get themselves in trouble. There's also two certain areas where you just don't want to go, and check the United States State Department site on that. They're really kind of the authority on that. But there's parts of Mindanao here where I live where you just don't want to go. It's not where I live currently, but there are parts in Mindanao in the peninsula that aren't recommended to go, and you probably want to follow their recommendations on that. But that's a very small percentage of the Philippines, very small. 90% of the country, you can go anywhere and everywhere, provided you have the right mindset and the right attitude, right? Yeah, no, great question. No problems here. Hey, Troy, what's up, man? What's up, brother? Have my Filipina out here in Australia. Yeah, all right. Good for you guys, man. Good for you. Yeah, I hope all is well there, brother. Hope you're good. Hope you're getting some riding in out there. I don't know. Actually, one of my favorite motorcycle vloggers is from Australia, Chronicles of Solid. Good kid, right? Good guy. And anyways, man, hope you're good down there, brother, for sure. Yeah, Young Fresh Global Travels. You should do call-ins. Yeah, all right. Yeah, a little bit. I get you. I think it does add to maybe some of the dynamic of the live streams. Maybe the thing for me about the live streams is, and what my intention of these are, it's a way for me to kind of deep dive into stuff, right? It's hard to do in a comment section. Comments will come up where people just have questions about living here. Live streams for me were very valuable as a guy who was looking to come out and be here. I could ask my questions. I could deep dive into stuff. So that's more my intention, and really to connect with you guys, right? So that's kind of the intention of these live streams. If I wanted to make them kind of like, I don't know, not necessarily more entertaining, but more of a focus of the channel, then I could do exactly that. I could bring people in. I could do that. I'm just, live streams for me are just kind of a really kind of a small aspect of the channel as of now. That could change, but as of now, if I ever did make them a bigger part of my channel, for sure, that could be something I could bring in, invite other guests and people to kind of talk about stuff. I do like Mary Rose to come in sometimes too, to kind of talk about her experience and stuff. But for the most part, it's a way to kind of deep dive and that kind of connect. But yeah, Hex. Even ever thought of living on a boat? Absolutely. Different backyard. Yep. Whenever you want it, you have something to work on. If your neighbor sucks, yeah, you could. Yep. No, Hex. I would love to have a big catamaran. You kidding me? I would love to have one of those things. It's just, I've actually looked. I met a guy, Dan, and what was his name? Kevin or Ken? Sorry, brother. I can't remember his name. He's north of Cebu in Danao, Port Danao. And he lives on a 30-something foot Hobie Cat or catamaran. And, he got me thinking about it. And absolutely. Another thing about that, Hex, is that you can own it. So it's something that you could live here and own, right? So buying a boat, that also kind of intrigued me a little bit. But they're just expensive, man. I was looking at these new boats and starting like getting even a bare bones, like you're talking $500,000, and some of these nicer ones that are decked out, $1 million easily. So yeah, a little bit outside my budget right now. But yeah, dude, I would love to be on a boat. I would love to be on a boat, traveling around. You kidding me? And it's a whole ecosystem. You've got solar, you've got water, you've got systems built in where you can convert the seawater into drinking water. And yeah, dude, I'm all about that. That would be badass. I would love to have that. And who knows, maybe that could be something I get more into, down the road. But right now, a good million, I would want to have to kind of really kind of kick off that work. And then I'd want some training too. But yeah, man, I'd love to do that. That'd be a great way to go. Yeah, Mary Rose chalking up the house. Dude, it was so funny. So we got a neighbor kid. He's like 2 years old. When I first saw it, I was like, how did he get up there and paint that? Because it was like 4 feet off the ground. And then I realized, oh yeah, that was Mary Rose because it was all over the place. What's up, babe? Right, a lot of insects. It was funny, and even my buddy, I got a neighbor buddy. He'll probably be on the channel at some point. Fletch, he and I had met in Cebu. He's another rider, a good friend. I've known him for a couple of years, and he moved down here too. He's got a the guy freaking scored. He scored twice, man. He's got so they have a couple different units here in this subdivision, and guys, there's a couple hundred houses here, right? He scored one that's a 2-story, so kind of almost maybe twice the square footage or whatever. He got it for like 10K a month, man. But it's coming with a little bit of drama. So he's actually looking to move. And sure enough, another one opened up. I'm just looking for my calculator. Hold on. I'll put it up here. Another one opened up. And this one, guys, it's like one of the best lots in the subdivision. It's got a really incredible view of the sunsets and the rice field and all that. So he's moving over there. He's going to build it all up, super nice. His landlord is like, you can live here for 10 years if you want, right? Longer the better. So, which is kind of something we want if we're going to like stick money into a property and that kind of deal, like make it our own in a lot of ways that, a year from now, we're not going to get kicked out. So anyways, yeah, man, my buddy, you'll see him around. You'll meet him. Long story short. Yeah. 10K a month, his rent, $170. Mine's right behind it, right? Like I'm only 12K, $204 is what I pay for this house. And it's fine. We're good here. The owner is a great kid. We don't have any problems or concerns there or things like that. And the problems that we did have, like with water and things like that, those are getting resolved. But yeah. Anyways, he commented on the Mary Rose artwork. He's like, "What the heck is that out there?" Anyways, good times. Coffee sounds good. Yeah, man. Yeah, let me know. Let's see. What's a good way to reach out to me? Shoot me an email. I think, Chris at carefreechris.com. I've got my own domain and email. You can find it also, I think, on the About section in my YouTube page. But shoot me an email, and then we can get together. I'll keep an eye out for you too. I do get a lot of emails, and that's the other thing too, guys. I just get sometimes buried, like we talked about earlier about the comments and the emails, and I can sometimes miss stuff. So if you've reached out to me and I just don't get it, I apologize. It's not intentional. It's not anything to do with you. I'm a retired kind of IT professional, and you can ask Jim, my buddy Jim. He messaged me 2 or 3 times. I just wasn't trying to blow him off. I just get kind of buried in stuff, and I don't necessarily look. It's kind of like the mechanic whose car doesn't run. I was an email guy, or an IT support guy who lived in email, and I've stepped away from that a little bit. But anyways, as I say that, send me an email. But I'll keep an eye out for you today. But if I've missed you or anyone else in the emails and stuff, I do apologize. It's not like I don't. I do dig meeting people. I don't mind that at all. You hang out. This guy I met, Tom, we've met in Butuan here too. He's a guy that travels around and stuff like that. So anyways, yeah, reach out, brother. Send me an email. I think it's Chris at carefreechris.com. Pretty sure that's my email address. Might go out today and looking at some bikes. Currently in Manila. Nice, dude. Well, if you go to Kawasaki, let me know if they got a Sherpa. Because we're going to reach out probably to Manila too. We're going to start our search in Davao and Tagum to see if we can find a bike there, or if they can order us one. If not, I might try Cebu, but if not, I might try Manila. But yeah, dude, good for you, brother. Hope all is good. You've been traveling all over. Yeah, you really enjoy travel videos? Yeah, I appreciate that, Richard. We'll probably keep doing that for sure. Like I was saying right now, we're going to probably stay planted through the new year, which is only, a couple weeks away. But after that, we might be heading down to Davao to pick up a bike. And I've been really itching to go through Bukatan and that. My buddy Jim, who's coming over today, he's in Siargao. I want to get to Siargao. I want to ride around there. I want to do Dinagat. There's a lot of that coming up, brother. It's kind of why we moved here. I want to get back to Padre Burgos with good weather so I can snorkel. I mean, that whole area, man, was a big snorkel area, and we didn't have snorkel fins or any of that crap. And we saw a freaking octopus. Mary Rose, here, hold on. Mary Rose, where am I at here? This will be in the video that or was it in the video? Yeah, I think I just put that out. I mean, look at this, guys. She saw a freaking octopus. Look at that. Look at that little guy. I mean, that's just amazing, right? That's just so cool. So I want to get back there. I want to, yeah. So a lot of stuff coming up, guys. I love it too, and I'm glad you like it too, Richard. I appreciate it. It's, it's not the most popular type of content, probably because I suck at doing it. But whatever, man. It's fun, and it's a big part of what we're up to. The channel really kind of bounces around all over as far as, people have slated it as a travel channel and whatever. I don't. It's an everyday life channel, man. If I'm here in Butuan, I'll shoot going to the grocery store, or whatever, shoot a video sitting at our table talking about whatever. But so we're kind of all over the place in that, but that's my life, right? And that's what the channel is. It's, in the life in the Philippines and what it's like. Sometimes it's travel stuff, sometimes it's whatever, right? Whatever's going on. But appreciate you, Richard. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Do you miss the convenience of knowing that you have hot, cold drinking water from the faucet, having electricity 24/7? Yeah, great question, Dakota. I do and I don't. You adjust. You really do adjust to your environment, your situation, and kind of what you have going on. And honestly, for me, in this particular situation I'm in now, I've actually liked it. It's, the Philippines will teach you, it's not survivability. That's kind of extreme, right? But it teaches you how to adapt. It teaches you how to look at situations and environments and come up with solutions. And as a guy who is an IT professional, troubleshooting at heart, I kind of thrive in that, right? I really do thrive in that type of environment. So, for example, here in Butuan, water is a problem. Having constant water supply. So we had an engineer a water system where we could collect water and rainwater and then pump it to tanks and, whatever, man. That kind of stuff though, I find fun, right? I'm kind of weird where I like problems in certain ways, right? But so anyways, so to me, a lot of this stuff is just a problem looking for a solution. But it's not as bad as you would think. In here in Butuan, electricity isn't an issue. We've lost power a couple of times, but whatever, it's fine. I've got a solar powered fan and a charge thing. So it's just being prepared, right? It's kind of like gear and just like the winter in Colorado. You've got a jacket, you've got a hat, you've got all that crap that you're prepared for the weather. It's very similar here. You just adapt to it and you're ready for it when it happens. In some areas like Colorado in the winter are more prone to certain things than others, right? So if you find an area of the Philippines that doesn't have power issues like Butuan, that does have water issues, but there's solutions around that, then none of that crap matters, right? You get solar generators for your power interruptions if you're in an environment where that happens consistently. Here, you wouldn't need that, right? So it's not as dramatic as what people make it out to be. Yeah, there's power issues, there's blackouts. Some of it depends on where you're at, and there's always a solution to that. So, but the Philippines in some ways is like modern camping. So that would be the other aspect that I would say is that you gotta like the outdoors. You gotta like the outdoors, and you gotta like warmer weather, and you will adapt. You will adapt. My comfortable living temperature now is warmer than it was when I lived in Colorado. I'm very comfortable in warmer weather. I don't mind it. And when I first moved here, it bothered me a little bit. But so yes and no. But I'm also kind of the guy that thrives in a little bit of that kind of chaos and crazy, right? Yeah. Thinking of your country. Yeah, right? Yeah. And hopefully, we're able to escape a lot of that. I just had no idea. Yeah. Cebu for 30 days, then Bangkok for 3 months. All right, yeah, not nice, man. Ooh, I got a message about my motorcycle. Hold on, let's take a look at what they're saying about my motorcycle. Hey, babe, there's a delivery today too.
Okay.
Yeah, they called me. Huh?
Maybe that's the chia seeds.
I think so, yeah. That's the other thing. So you can get Amazon, you get crap delivered. The thing about Amazon though is you just kind of you plan it out, right? Like it's not next day delivery. You know, it's like I ordered some chia seeds. Jeff, guys are gonna laugh. I ordered some chia seeds, and I ordered them like a month ago, but I've got like a freaking 25 pound of chia seeds. It's a big freaking honking bag that lasts me a year. So you shift your thinking like that. Like you buy in bulk, and you buy when, like, if you go to the grocery store and there's something that you like, what the hell, what, like salsa, the cheesy salsa kind of crap. What's that? Anyways, I like chips and queso, right? And shit, they didn't have it. They still don't have it. So when they have it, you buy like 6 jugs of it, right? That's the kind of the mindset you start to have. And and for most of us too, like when we're out here, guys, we ain't working, right? What else are we gonna do? I'm out there every 2 days cutting my grass with a freaking what the hell else are we gonna do? So anyways, man. Yeah. All right. Actually, Cebu for 30 days, then Bangkok for 3 months. One day I realized my gun hadn't entered. Yeah. My gun hadn't entered my mind once. Yeah, I know that sounds odd, but yeah. You don't, brother. You don't need a gun. You don't need a firearm. What you need is a big smile. That's it, man. That's it, brother. And you'll be just fine. Good for you, man. Yeah. Really, really interesting, isn't it? Do I need my gun? Yeah, man. Yeah, really cool. Oh, just powerful. I'm kind of moved by it in a lot of ways because that is the shift. That is the mindset that you can get out here. Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on Kawasaki. So who's messaging me is the dealership from Togam. Yeah. All right, Nathan. Yeah. Question: how frequently do power outages happen? Is it daily, weekly, and for how many hours? Well, brother, it depends on where you're at. It depends. Like you can't necessarily say, like in whatever Dumageddon, right? They talk about them all the time. I think they're frequently in Leyte. When we lived in Leyte, in Palampon, they happened. We at least once a month we'd have like an all-day outage. We'd have that for an all-day outage, and then, oh man, hold on. Yeah, they couldn't get one. Anyways, so in Leyte, we would have once a month, we'd have an all-day outage. I mean, like from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., right? That would happen probably once a month. And then if it was a heavy rain or downpour, we'd be out of power for whatever, an hour, 15 minutes, sometimes longer. So Leyte is where I lived in Leyte was some of the worst power. Now, what you would, like the all-day outage, you knew about it. So what we did is we just went to the beach. We just left and went to the beach for that day, right? And if I was to live there more full time, which I might at some point, I would solve that problem by having nice solar generators, have nice solar power that I would live off of. So now that's Leyte. When I lived in Cebu in the condominiums, I didn't have any power issues for a year, like zero. And that was because the place I lived in had backup generators. So anytime there was a flux in power, anytime there was a blackout, the generators would kick on and I'd have power. Now that was in Cebu. I had no problems, zero. Now, and that was for 2 years, right? Now it would bounce, whatever, especially if there was a drop, then the generator, it would take, whatever, maybe 5 or 10 seconds for the generators to kick on. But so that could happen. And now here in Butuan, where I've been, I think we've had two or three instances where there's been no power. Recently, we had one, maybe less than a week ago. It was for a half hour. They're doing some construction or stuff, so that happened. there was a longer scheduled outage, and the same thing. We just went to the beach for the day or the mall, and that was due to some construction that they were doing in the area. But the power here in Butuan is really good. It's really stable. Like I would think a solar system is unneeded here, just because the power is pretty consistent. So you would develop a strategy just kind of around, depending on where you're at. So, is power an issue in the Philippines? Yeah, but it can be a little bit overplayed. And there's ways, like everything, there's ways around, there's ways of kind of implementing certain things depending on where you're at. Like if in your Leyte, you get a solar system and you can kind of live off that, right? It just depends on where, brother. Yeah, you'll be down in Davao next month. Yeah, maybe I'll see you there. Yeah, man, I'll reach out, Tom. If we head down there, we might, just that kind of depends. Togum Motorcycle Dealership said they don't have any. But yeah. And what really, I'll reply back and say, hey, can we order one? Yeah, I don't expect any of these guys to have any in stock, but what I would like to do is go ahead and have them order one if they can. There was a shop, I did a video about Cebu. I can't remember, the Motor World or something like that. They could actually order bikes, so I might have to reach out to them. But anyways, man, yeah, brother, I'll let you know. Yeah, it looks like a blue ring octopus. Oh, crap. Seriously. Most venomous creature around. Holy shit. Yeah. Well, wild, man. I'll have to look at it a little more. Did you see that? Mary Rose, Troy is saying that octopus that you saw was a blue ring.
I'm still alive.
Yeah, right. Well, you didn't get bit. Yeah, brother. That's wild, huh? Let's go back. We've actually had some footage of that. It'll be in the video. Yeah. Is this a video? This huh? I think this is some better footage of it. Yeah, you guys are seeing that, right? Although I think it's only pushing 720. I can't wait to get on that other system. Yeah, there's some footage of that. I didn't know octopuses were venomous. I'm such a noob when it comes to the water. I'm excited about doing a little more exploring on that. Look at that guy. Dude, that's just so wild, man. This country is amazing. The things we get to learn. Yeah, dude, that's a little bit scary.
Yeah, you're right.
What?
It says here southern blue ring octopus. Southern, yeah.
Huh. What are you reading? Oh, yeah, you found some information on it?
It's right. It can kill 26 adult human within minutes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so Mary Rose is reading about it right now. Crazy, huh, babe?
Oh my god! I should be dead by now. So you're laughing.
Well, it's just wild. Yeah, that's wild, brother. Yeah, so she's reading on it right now. Yeah, how do you move to a new home in the Philippines with the roads being different from Western countries? Do you guys have U-Haul trucks or something other than transportation for a moving day? Gosh, Nathan, what a pain moving is here, honestly. It's an absolute pain, and it's going to be worse now that I'm as I was talking about how you kind of fill up your spaces. Well, I've got a 3-bedroom house that I filled up. Yeah, it's going to be, moving's a pain in the butt. They don't have moving companies, and moving companies are a big scam. They can be a source of scams, right? They can be just, yeah, moving companies are a wreck here. We did not have the best experience with our movers. They basically, once they found out it was a foreigner, they tried to double the price. They started off at whatever price, and by the end of it, they were asking double. And when they got here, they were asking for more money. I'm like, you guys, we already set the price. Now that you see I'm a foreigner, you want to charge an extra 30,000 pesos? What planet do you live on? So anyways, movers can be rough, man. Movers can be rough. You have to shop around. You really do. And you have to really do your due diligence when it comes to movers. I've got to catch a flight now. Yeah, hopefully see you over there. Yeah, thanks for the gym tips. Yeah, shoot me an email, brother. Yeah, shoot me an email. Do you have kids? I have 2 kids. I have my son, who's 31 now. He's down in Florida, married. Was just saw those guys in March, both my kids. And then I have a daughter who's in college, 18 and up in Colorado. So yeah, 2 kids. What's up, Richard? Yeah. Out of Stockport. Yeah. How you doing, man? You doing all right? Yeah. Good for you. Yeah. Where Richard's in the Manila area, Richard and Otto, where those guys are at, they don't really have. They got pretty reliable power. So it just depends on where you're at in the Philippines. Some of the more rural areas, things like that, you might have power issues. Leyte, we did. Where I was at in Leyte, that doesn't mean all of Leyte, but where I was at in Leyte had some inconsistent power. And again, you can solve that problem by solar generators. And guys, solar technology is dropping, man. It ain't nearly as expensive as it was 5-10 years ago. You can really get some good stuff through that and get it shipped to your house. Super simple. Technology is becoming better and better. Yeah, with the solar stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hope you're good up there, guys. Yep, for sure. Chia seeds. Yeah, it's got my omega-3s, 2 scoops a day. And on a totally unrelated, I bought 5 Pop Rocks chia pets. Yeah, the ultimate chia Christmas gift. You remember the Obama one? That was funny too. Chia seeds, all kinds, or chia pet, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we can dig it. Yeah, good. Hope you're good up there, man. Yeah, you got to get riding on that new bike, man. I might have a new bike here soon. I'm hunting, man. I'm trying to hunt it. I might have to go to Manila or Cebu or Davao to get it, and even then they might have to order it. Yeah, the 230 Sherpa is not a common bike, and I really like the small displacement flickable bikes. Now, for the rest of the guys who are watching, where these guys are at, they're like the Manila area in that whole region. You do have interstates. You have areas where you can ride bigger bikes now, but in a lot of the other parts of the country, the bigger bikes are kind of an overkill. You don't really get above 60, 70 miles per hour. Your smaller provincial roads, slower speeds, and so on. So these smaller bikes are more, they're a better fit. When we have announced power cuts from morning to late afternoon, average once a month. Yep, they put up new poles. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, the longer ones are typically announced. They're coming in advance, and you can get away if you need to. Like I said, here in Butuan, power has been really, really good and stable. I've commented several times during heavy rains. It's like, yeah, if we were in Leyte, we'd be out of power. Again, that was where we're at in Leyte. I can't speak of all of Leyte, but where we're at in Leyte, we would lose power during heavy storms pretty consistently. And then what we did there, so I got like that, like I was saying, that power bank, that fan. It's got a fan, it's got a light, it's also a power bank. It's solar, and then I can charge my stuff. I think I've got in my video descriptions, I have an affiliate link to it. So we bought that, so that way we can charge stuff, we can run the fan and a light. And then what the hell else was I going to say about that? Yeah, and then the other strategy that we do with that is we keep stuff charged. Like I keep my iPad charged. I got my iPad, I keep that charged, and I keep a bunch of stuff down. I have YouTube Premium because YouTube Premium is dirt cheap in this country. It's like 150 pesos a month. It's a couple dollars a month for YouTube Premium. So I keep YouTube stuff downloaded that I can watch, and then my Netflix queue automatically downloads. So if there's no power for hours or stuff, I've got a charge device that's got days worth of content to kind of watch if I wanted to. So it's just being ready for that kind of thing. And you start to pick up those tips and tricks. Yeah, dude. I had no idea a blue ring octopus. Either did Mary Rose. Yeah, it's wild, man. Oof, scary. How do you recommend I move belongings from the U.S. to the Philippines? Would be the best option to buy shipping container to transport my lawnmower overseas. Yeah, you can look at that, Nathan, or you can just start over and buy. I mean, it depends on what you're looking to ship. I did the whatever you call the Balian boxes. I think they're I think it was like 150. Somebody messaged me recently though about cheaper boxes you can ship, but you can get good size ship, and I ship like 3 of them, big old freaking honking boxes for like 150 US. I put tools, I put clothes, I put stuff in there to ship. But yeah, if you're shipping a whole crap ton of stuff, you might want to look at a container. A lot of guys, including myself, what we've done is we just sold all of our crap and moved out. Like motorcycles and stuff I bought here, clothing and stuff I bought here. Now, granted, you're going to have to find out where you could use Amazon to stuff. Now, there's tips with all this stuff, right? Like Amazon, you want to buy above $50, but below 200, right? So some of that stuff you want to ship, like your big, expensive, high quality stuff, ship, because it's hard to buy here. It's hard to buy expensive, high quality gear of any kind just because no one else buys it here. No one's got the money to spend $250 on whatever. They just don't, even so I'm looking at grills, right? Like a nice grill, the quality is garbage here. It's super thin. You're gonna buy one once every couple of years because it's gonna rust out or whatever. So anyways, yeah, that's a little bit of a challenge, but what a lot of guys do is just sell it. They just sell their crap and start over. Yeah. Including myself. That's what I did. I got lucky. My sister, shout out to you, Phoebe. She coached me, and I went out to estatesale.net, and I went and did the estate sale and found this company that basically they come in and forklift. They removed all my crap. And so before I left for the airport, I gave them my keys and they took it all, man. I left and they came in after me and removed everything. My clothes, all of it, my bed, my sheets, all of it. I didn't have to do a damn thing. And absolutely, that made it so easy. And then what I had done is I had shipped before that, I had shipped 4 or 5 boxes out ahead of time. And you can ship stuff directly to like LBC. They can hold it for you. So yeah, I'd shipped, I think 3 or 4, whatever the hell you call Ballium boxes, $150 each. So yeah. Yeah, exactly what Richard's saying. Right. Yeah. It just depends on how much you got. There's some things I wish I would have shipped more of my tools, good quality Craftsman tools. You ain't going to find them here, man. So I wish I would have shipped tools. I wish I would have kept some stuff. I wish I would have kept my freaking nice brand new Tech 7 $350 motorcycle boots. I wish I would have kept them. You ain't going to find those here, man. And then to buy them here, you're going to pay an extra $200 in freaking import fees. So there's some things like that I wish I would have brought. Yeah, for the most part, though, you can get stuff here, like clothing and stuff. You can get, once you know where, like Uniqlo, guys. Uniqlo is freaking the bomb, man. You can get nice, all kinds of clothing. You can get nice stuff that's good for this climate. It's a company that's based out of Japan. I'm a big fan, and you can find this Uniqlo store in any mall, any big mall. You'll see it there. It's UNI and then whatever JLO, I think it is. I think it's Japanese or Korean, whatever the hell. But you can get clothes here, and I'd have no problems with sizes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Be expensive, but whatever, man. If you got budget, if you got money and there's a bunch of shit you want to bring and you know where you're going, yeah, why not? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, in hindsight, more tools for me. Yeah. And maybe some food stuff, whatever. Yeah. 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 There's not a ton. Like I said, tools would have been the main thing, I think, for me. And as I'm getting ready to buy a new bike, that I can't get the luggage racks and all that crap. So I gotta somehow get that stuff, buy it, and then ship it here. but that wouldn't have had an impact of me being here. I think tools is the number one thing for me. I would have shipped more of. Everything else, I just whatever clothes and stuff you can buy on Amazon. You can get all that stuff here, and depending on where you're moving from, right? If you're coming from Florida, where you've got a bunch of clothes for this climate, if you're coming from somewhere else, you probably don't have a lot of clothes for this environment. You really need good quality heat gear, clothes that are designed for the heat. So you might be buying new stuff anyways. Yeah, where selling again and starting over makes the most sense. Yeah. No worries, Nathan. What is the average utility prices in the Philippines? Things like electricity, water, monthly internet bill. Brother, we shot a whole video on that, I think maybe a month ago, if that. Check it out. We run through our electric bill, our water bill. We run through all of the reoccurring expenses for where we live currently. Now, the one I would say that would apply universally, no matter where you live in the Philippines, with one exception, is the rent. The rent will be probably higher no matter where you go. We found a really good deal at a couple $100 a month. But yeah, check out that video, man. I run through it all. I run through my cell phone bill or my electric bill, all of that crap. Yeah, check that out. 3 years. Yeah, longer term lodging. Why not use a small car or truck? Yeah. Small car or truck. It's just, I think eventually, Jeff, I might get a car or a truck. I might get a vehicle. It's just, then you got to park it. There's a lot there. But yeah, no, I like that travel and just traveling around. Some of these roads are bad. You definitely want like you want something like motorcycles. You want something with a suspension. You want something that can absorb potholes and it can ride like off-road for stretches. You'll be driving along the road and then boom, 50 yards of it might be washed out. So you want something that's able to deal with but I mean, you can even just a small car, you can go. It's not like you're boulder hopping or anything like that, but something with a suspension would be good. Something you could ride a little bit off-road on would be good. A small SUV. There's I can't remember. I talked about this before. Toyota makes, the car models are a little bit different out here, but Toyota makes it's like a RAV4. I can't remember what they call it out here. That would be, I think, what I would like to buy. It's a smaller car because the roads aren't really big. A big honking SUV is kind of too big and in the way, just like, a big leader bike is too big and in the way. A smaller car, but something with suspension would be ideal here. I can't remember what the hell Toyota calls, but I think it's the RAV4 equivalent. Really phenomenal, good vehicle. They've got a turbo version, so you got some acceleration, you got some power to kind of move around, which is another thing you want. Yeah, a small car would be nice. I'm glad I don't have one. That wouldn't be a regret of mine. I wish I would have bought one sooner, but something I'll probably get, especially when my riding days are over. Hopefully that's not for quite a while. Yeah, I have a larger house. My electric is 8,500 pesos. Water about 800 pesos. Yep. Internet 2,500. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Nice home. Richard's got these guys up in the Manila area have some, really modern, nice homes. Yeah. Nice landscaping. Yeah. Nice. Good for you, brother. I need to come up and visit you, man. It'd be fun to get back up there. Yeah. Maybe sooner versus later as this bike thing kind of pans out. Yeah. I shipped 32 LBC boxes. Yeah. Some items were consumable. Yeah, dude, that's a lot. I think I shipped like 3 or 4. I got rid of it all. Yeah. So yeah, that's as these guys are sharing. And I think what Corey and Rachel, it's me. I remember early on, he shipped a bunch of stuff too, right? Like about that many boxes when he came over. So that's I think a good way of doing it is these boxes that you can ship. Somebody reached out to me recently though and said they found a deal for like $50 a box. So yeah. Yeah, sure, babe. I'll do some thanks for you. Thank you. You want to come in and chat too? I kind of got all caught up in comments. You want to come in and chat? Yeah, Mary Rose. We got caught up in comments here. 1 second. Let me. She offered to grab me some more coffee. Gosh, that freaking octopus has got me freaked out. Okay. One second, guys. Yeah. So, yeah, that blue ring octopus. Damn, that's kind of scary. Tell us the story behind the graffiti. Yeah, we'll get her. Jeff wants to hear about the house graffiti. I wish we had pictures of that. That was funnier than hell. Let's go back to see what other kind of pictures I can show you about our adventures and travels. I don't think I have any of the house graffiti. I got my water meter, our groceries. Yeah, dude. This is our latest grocery haul, man. Check that. I got tied. I think we spent around. How much was our groceries, babe? Like 6,000, 5,000? Anyways, coffee was that was like 700-800 pesos there. Got some cereal, corn. She's making some graham cracker mango stuff, carrots. But yeah, so this is the line at the checkout. One of my buddies, he was saying, I don't go to this area because the damn checkout line is so long. I was like, well, here we are. We got I'm next in line, right? Yeah, so this is kind of the local Robinsons that's right by us. But yeah, and that's scarier than hell. Huh. Blue ring octopus. Yeah, she was out wandering around. Oh yeah, there's a little crab. She's out wandering around the seashore. Yeah, guys. Look at this. Look at that. You seeing? Am I sharing that? Yeah. Hold on. Oh, that's an actual video. I think this footage will be in. I mean, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? So that's why we stayed an extra day in Padre Burgos, just so we can hang out and see that. That's Mary Rose there wandering around there in the foreground. That's different from where that blue ring octopus was. But yeah, God, it's just so cool, man. There's I freaking dig it. Yeah, isn't that nice, man? And I got drone footage of this too. Yeah, that was a fun little video. This is kind of wild too. I don't know if any of you guys are into photography. Yeah, check this out. This is at night. So this is a night shot from our hotel when we're at JD Resorts there. Isn't that freaking wild? Freaking iPhone is amazing. Yeah, look at that. That's at night. Yeah, just so it's pretty wild, man. Yeah, and that restaurant, yeah, those wings. I think this is from the most recent video that we took. Yeah, this is a beach. Oh, thanks, babe. This is the beach here. Look how cheap that is. You could camp out. So that beach that I just showed you, I'll show you a picture here again in a second. You can camp out for 100 pesos a night. 100 pesos, like a buck, right? A couple bucks. For a couple dollars, you can chill here and camp out for the night. Yeah, where the hell was that video at? Yeah, anyways. Yeah, right there. Oh yeah, here it is. So for $2, you can freaking pitch your tent right there. You imagine? For $2. Yeah, man, pretty wild. I love this country like that. So inexpensive, and I could put my tent right there, just chill out, stay for the night for $2. They had when we were there was like a small multi-cab. Well, that would be a cool little vehicle too, right? A little multi-cab. Really, they had this multi-cab decked out for like traveling, and they were staying. It was a family. They were out there in a multi-cab. What's a good location for first-time visitor to go? I love the bush in Australia, so I feel more comfortable traveling anywhere. Yeah. So first time visitor to the Philippines, I think Bohol, is a pretty good. I mean, you can get a little bit touristy there in Bohol, So let's go back. Let's share screen. Let's take a look here. Share. All right. So if you go out to Bohol, you can fly into Cebu. I've shot a video on this. Your perfect, easy first trip. You can fly into Cebu. You can catch a ferry over to, what do you call it? Tagbiliran from Cebu. You could be here like in an hour, and then you can hang out and do some fun stuff here. It's a really nice beach if you want to go to beach and do that. It's got some touristy stuff. If you're into that, you can ride up and do the Chocolate Hills and that kind of thing. That's what I would recommend to do if you're just looking to come to the Philippines and get out and do some beach stuff and do some restaurants and stuff like that. It's touristy in a way, but you can get out in a way. Panglao it's nothing like Boracay or Siargao, but it's kind of like right behind that. Another option from Cebu, if you're adventurous, you can catch a bus. And if you're looking for beach, you can catch a bus from Cebu, I think the North Terminal. You can ride all the way up to, there's a port here. It'll take you there. I can't remember the hell name of that port, but it'll take you over to Bintan Island. And Bintan Island is just gorgeous. I'd say it's probably one of the best beaches that I've been at still. And then you can get out to these little Virgin Island and stuff like that. I camped out there. So if you're looking for like a really good beach experience, that would definitely be something to do. And you could do this without any kind of transportation. Both of these, Bohol and Bintan, that would be two standouts for me. So you could come to the Philippines, you wouldn't need transportation. Oops, crap, I wasn't showing that on the map, my bad. Now that I got the map up, let me just show you real quick. So from Cebu, you can jump down to Panglao. You can do that. You got ferries to Tagbiliran, and then you could do this whole Panglao Island. And then another one that I was sharing it with earlier is you could catch a bus from the North Bus Terminal in Cebu and ride all the way up. I think it'll actually take you all the way to Bintan Island, which is right here. And then you could stay in Santa Fe, and it's just gorgeous here. I've shot some stuff from Coda Beach. Gorgeous. And then you can get out to Virgin Island. You can stay out there too, I believe. So a couple of really good options, easily to get to from Cebu. If you want something a little more remote, not so popular. If you want something super simple and easy, Bohol and Panglao is that. It really is. I've shot several videos from there. Oh, thank you so much, babe. Do you want to hang out here for a little bit and chat?
Sure, I'll grab some chair.
Yeah, thanks, babe. Panglao is great. It's touristy in a little bit, while Bintan Island is not. Bintan Island is more. It's not touristy at all. But you'd almost want transportation. You could do it without transportation, but you'd almost want like your own bike or whatever, or a car, to do that, because then you can kind of tool around. But you don't need it. You can do it without. Yes, the incredible Mary Rose is here. I will get you a microphone, and we'll move the camera over a little bit.
I cooked breakfast.
Oh, did you? What'd you eat? I smelled the garlic earlier. What'd you make?
Ampalaya and egg.
Ooh, let me.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Maayong buntag. Kumusta ka?
Good.
I think we got it here. I feel a sneeze coming on. See if I can dodge it. Yeah, thanks, babe. You can scoot up just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, once you get set up. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Maayong buntag. 9:30. Yeah. You got up right around 8 though.
7.
Yeah. So Jeff wants to know about your artwork outside.
It's already gone.
Yeah, we wiped it off, right?
Because there's a lot of insect there.
No, like I said, we just installed those lights, and Yeah, we just installed the lights. I think that's as far over as it goes. Will you scoot? Yeah. So we just installed those lights out. So when we turn them on, they were coming at us pretty good with a lot of bugs. So she's like, and it did. It fixed it. But I went out there. I was like, what 4-year-old is out here coloring on my wall?
Fletcher was like, when you go to Letty, we'll make sure no one will draw into your wall.
Right. Right.
Mm,
Yeah. So those two areas. What about what do you think? What do you think, babe? As far as this gentleman here is asking about where could he go? So he's from like remote Australia. When he says the bush, he means remote. Where would he like to go in the Philippines? That's remote. I mean, there are a lot of remote destinations. The problem is transportation.
yeah.
But brother, you can go anywhere if you get your own bike. If you're okay on a scooter, just rent yourself a Honda ADV 160 and cruise around. You could do a lot of that, brother, and you're safe, man. You can get in Cebu. Cebu's okay, especially if you do some of this stuff east to west. Get down here. You know, if you got to Cebu and rented yourself a bike, the problem is Cebu. I mean, you got an hour and a half of traffic, but once you get out, it's nice, especially east to west.
Yeah.
I mean, this road is pretty intense, and actually, I think it's been washed out. I think there's some major problems with the road because of all the low pressure systems and storm that's come through. But there's some great riding. You can ride up north, and go out to Bantayan. Negros, gosh, I freaking loved riding around Negros.
It's nice in Negros.
Yeah, you can hop on. You can still fly into Cebu, get your bike, hop over to Toledo, and then get right over to San Carlos, and you can easily ride over here. There is a little bit of a volcano that's kind of crazy right now, but this northern one of the guys, Troy, who's active in this chat here, he's from this region. He's back in Australia now, but this northern section of Negros is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's super friendly here, man. We love this little town of Bios down here, whatever the hell.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So you can come around Bios and ride around this beautiful. Negros is great, man. I really enjoyed Negros, and it would be easy for you to get to if you had a little bit of a bike. Leyte is nice too. I mean, God, there's so many great places, brother. If you're into remote, yeah, lots of places, man. You can kind of chill at and go to.
What other cute creatures you can show us before they identify this level? You know the seashells? Show them the seashells. That's also dangerous.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. My mom told me. But I don't know if it's true. The seashells in my hand, I don't know that. Yep, there.
That one's dangerous? Not that one, but the other one?
Yeah, similar.
Oops, hold on.
Similar image, but different color. Like same color with the octopus.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's trippy, eh?
That one is not dangerous. It's a cucumber.
Oh, a sea cucumber? But that guy is, huh?
Yeah, oh my god. But it says it will be dangerous if
If it bites
the circle turns blue because that's the octopus feel threatened and then it will attack you. But if not blue, blinking blue, it's not. I look at
That looks a little bit blue to me.
No, it doesn't. Just the line of the circle. But blinking blue is different.
That's trippy, dude.
It says it you can see that especially in corals, so that's why there's a lot of corals there. And
Yeah, that's kind of scary. I had no idea.
yeah, I have no idea too.
I'll have to look at
If
that.
I hold with that or I get bit, I'll be dead by now.
Yeah. Lots of locations, man.
Beware of cone shells.
Yeah, cone shells.
Shells.
Yeah, and probably with the shell that you're talking about. Yeah, we have them here in the bay down there. Okay, that's something to know. I've noticed the wrapping paper in the store picture. Do most people celebrate Christmas in the Philippines? I have not seen any channel speak about it on YouTube. Nathan, Christmas here is very celebrated, and it starts in September. They start. You'll hear Christmas carols, you hear Christmas music.
Christmas tree.
Yeah, Christmas tree. It's a very Christian, Catholic. I'm sorry, very Catholic environment. I mean, much more than the United States. Philippines is more religious than the U.S. for sure. So yes, they very much celebrate Christmas. It is huge. It's not so much about gift giving. It's about family.
Yeah.
It's about being together. Yeah. So they get together. They have a tree. They do meals. It's very family related.
It's about sharing to the neighbor.
Right.
Like
Yes.
your house is open to everyone who comes inside.
Yep.
Except the thief.
Yeah, very, very about community and family and people getting together and celebrating. It's more about the religious side of the holiday. Like you don't see Santa Claus anywhere, right?
Mhm.
What you do see are like the pasture, the images of Mary and Jesus, things like that. There's no such thing as Santa Claus out here. You don't
Yeah.
even see it. So yeah, right. It's more of a spiritual celebration than it is a commercial one. So really interesting. Yeah.
Where's the after?
Where's
Maybe
the
after
after
house.
hours pictures? Yeah, something bit me a little bit. Yeah. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm really messing with my photography and videography. Obviously, right? It's been a big hobby of mine since moving here. The actual octopus was her phone. She shot that with hers, but the beach stuff is all iPhone and my phone. Yeah. That was a spotted red crab. Look it up.
Ay, the pictures of poisonous barbs that make your cheese. There's a red crab there too.
Spotted red crab. Ah, that's crazy, man. We all kinds of crazy venomous
Yeah.
crap that you saw there on your walk.
Yeah, but
Oh, that's wild. Yeah, you're not a fan of the tourism, brother. You could do the whole. It depends on what resources you have, man. The whole is stupid simple. You could go there. It's a little bit touristy, admittedly, but you can escape a lot of that. If you have your own transportation, man, you can get out. You can
Yeah.
get lost here, man. You really can, brother. Negros up in the mountains up there, where Troy's from, the guy
Nice.
who commented. Got to get up in that Don Salvador region. You can go to that mountain resort, La Vista Highlands. You can get out there on the end, and you can be by yourself looking at the mountains.
Yeah, no noise.
Gorgeous up there.
It's so quiet.
And that's easy to get to. Like you could fly into Cebu, you just got to get a bike and then hop over to San Carlos, and that freaking ride from Cebu to Toledo. Well, if you go to the Trans Central, that'll knock your socks off, man. And then again, you go San Carlos to La Vista Highlands. I've saw some videos on that, and you can get away easily here, brother. Easily. Yeah. No worries, Nathan. Yeah, take care there, brother. Yep. Yeah, what's up? What's up, girl? Bayang Buntag. Yeah, I love Negros. Yep.
I love to.
Yep. Yeah, you guys are in a beautiful part of the Philippines. Other than that damn volcano that's right there.
Mhm. It's active.
We both really loved it. I really liked Negros a lot. And just the people, super friendly too, right?
Yeah, not the Bacolod, but outside Bacolod, yes. The
That's right.
Calatrava, oh my god, it smells pineapple. The air there, it smells pineapple.
Mm.
And then the Bais City, oh, I like it there
Same.
too.
Oh, it's not called bias?
Bais, it's Bisaya.
What's it mean?
Bais. No, it's Bisaya because bias, and when you pronounce it, it's like English.
Right. By East. Does it mean anything or no? It's just a word. Okay. Yeah. Maybe a family name. Yeah, I agree, Troy. Where you're at is gorgeous up there.
Tell us about your helmet. And why the heck doesn't Chris have something like a
You fake mohawk.
We just look at that and TikTok, remember, and you were like, "Oh, that's cute," and then he was like, "You can order that." I know. At first, you saw that in a girl in the road here in Butuan, and you were like, "Maybe you should put something in your helmet so they can recognize you easily." And then it happens because our friend now, Carol, she's all smiley, and then with her boyfriend, that her red ribbon in the helmet is so cute, and then that's when we met them in Negros
Right.
because of my helmet. So yeah, it's cute, the helmet.
Speaking of mohawks, Jeff, that's me at like 15. Yeah, dude, I had a mohawk when I was so young. I don't think that's a super good picture of it. I'll see if I can find. Yeah, I don't have it marked or any of that, but I actually have a better picture of me with a mohawk. Uh, anyways, yeah, I had a mohawk for a while, but the bow on the helmet's nice, and you had some comments on that.
Yeah, they said it's cute.
Yeah, there's my what do you call Blue Lagoon phase.
You're handsome.
Oh, that's funny,
you
right?
look good with the hair too, with the hair or without hair.
And guys, that's not a perm. That is just straight up blonde curly hair. But right after that, you could see here too in my hairline, it started getting a little thin. Right after that, I started shaving it. Oh well.
Yeah, when my mom look at your face, you're like, he's more handsome when he's younger.
What is the proper answer?
answer to the morning? Is that buang?
Yeah, right. So true. Otto. Yes.
Pull my finger. Is it that when you pull your finger, you fart?
You love it when I fart at night in the bed, don't you?
No. You fart always, but when he is in bed with me and then the fan is blowing, his fart is stinky than usual.
When I fart at bed at night, it's kind of
It's
bad,
super
huh?
stinky than when you fart right now. It doesn't smell, but at night, it's super stinky. Yeah.
Yes, the box
Box
jellyfish. I
jellyfish.
did know about that and the jellyfish there for sure. I did not know about the octopus or the crab.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Guys, I moved to Colorado in the late 90s. So this is a complete 180 for me. And the culture, the climate, everything. But I am excited about doing more and more around the water and exploring that. But I appreciate the heads up, man. I'm learning a lot on this live stream.
Yeah, I didn't even know, not until someone commented about the octopus.
Yeah.
I didn't touch it because
You didn't pick it up and pet it?
No. Because I don't have anything to cook with it.
You don't have anything to cook it? You want to cook it and eat it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have heard about the jellyfish. And actually, Bintan Island, I know somebody died up there and got stung by a small they're tiny, little freaking tiny jellyfish, right? Yeah, right. My wife. So true. The Filipino, the Filipino wife, the Filipino uyab is quite dangerous. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, it's true. Just look up the seashells, and yes, they can be dangerous too. Yeah, they have an animal present, particularly certain cone snails. Yeah. It's not a dull moment. Lots to learn and figure it out.
Did you share that you tried sea urchin?
I didn't talk about it on the live stream, but I think in the video we talk about it. But yeah, I tried my first sea urchin. It was actually really good, guys. I was surprised. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was delicious. It tasted. It reminded me of an oyster, but different. Yeah, maybe a sweeter oyster. It was good. I actually really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed Padre Burgos. I didn't mind the sun all day. I got so dark. My mom
Yeah.
was like, "You're so dark."
We got a lot of sun. We were out
Yeah.
on the beach all day. Right? Yeah, no, it's not about Santa Claus. It's the spiritual holiday. I agree. I actually much prefer Christmas in the Philippines. To be all honest, it's not commercial at all. It's about family being together and celebrating. Yeah, no, you're absolutely amen, brother. Hey, Chris, anyone ever tell you yes
Yeah.
a lot?
Yesterday, the
Yeah.
guard and the bank.
Yeah, and in camera, I don't think it comes across as much as it does in person.
Yeah.
In person, I get that a lot by the Filipinos. Yeah, all the time, multiple times a day.
They thought that he's the Hollywood actor.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I have really good. Like I'm not super photogenic. I don't.
Yeah, in the picture you look different, but in the
Right.
person you look really handsome.
I look.
Really
I'm not
different.
super photogenic, to be honest. But whatever. It's all good. It doesn't. Do I bite? Man, when I do make it over there, living like a tourist for a year. Yep, I hear you, man. Yep, me driver to get donuts, nonstop, bug spray, in my cargo shorts. Yeah, sounds like Brit. Yeah, bug spray. I remember hanging out with him in Bantayan, actually, and he couldn't deal with bugs.
Yeah.
The bugs
that's
take
why.
yeah, it take a little bit to kind of get used to. Yeah, and you have to like I said, a lot of things though, there's strategies around it, but yeah, too funny. Yeah, Hamon is awesome. This table from old lady has been doing it since the 70s. Huh? You got a
Yeah.
table from there? Oh, cool.
Tablia. It's like a kokwa.
What?
Kokwa.
What's a kokwa?
Tablia, we call it. Best tablia there for like kokwa chocolate.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a really good.
Yeah.
So it's from there.
I've never heard of kokwa or tablia.
You didn't? I even showed you the plan.
Well, when we were over at
Or over at what?
whatchamacall? Krishna.
Mm.
Cocoa there? The
Mhm.
cocoa plant?
Yeah, it makes tablia or cocoa powder like chocolate. It's
Yeah,
nice.
I've seen it.
It's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. Paul, what's up? Hey, Chris, here from Florida. Yeah. When we met you last year. Good to see you. Nice, Paul. Yeah. No, I'm sitting here thinking about this. Yeah. All right. Nice, man. Yeah, you're there in Florida. Oh yeah. Yeah. I met you when I was there seeing my son. Yep. Yeah, brother. Yeah. And your name is Chris also. I got you now. Yeah. So when I was there visiting Jake, I met him there. Yeah. I hope you make it out here soon, man. Yeah. You as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Within yourself. It looks like a chick boy.
I look like it, huh?
Chick boy.
Who, me?
You're young.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The photo.
The 15 years old.
Oh, where am I at? I'm a little bit behind. Yeah, dude. I used to have a freaking mohawk. I don't have the picture, but I have it somewhere, but I'd have to dig and find it. I got a picture of a really thin mohawk. Me and my sister, all four of us are in front of the house.
I think actual picture.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I have it is, but I took a photo of it and made electronic. I know, right? I used to get Christopher Atkins' Blue Lagoon a lot. I used to get that Blue Lagoon when that came out. That was
Yeah.
funny.
Every time I look at your picture, you look like Hollywood actor before, like when you're young. You're a famous whatever.
Nah,
You look good.
it's not my babe. The fart at night must stink. Yeah, so much easier to locate him in the dark.
Yeah. And the bad thing too, we have the same blanket. So sometimes he snuggle me and he hug me so hard so I can't get out.
They call that a Dutch oven.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, baby. Yeah. You too, Richard. Yeah, take care of there, brother. Hey, I've got to say, man, that when you have a good Filipino partner, your life changes. Yeah, absolutely. Filipino, like my girlfriend and Mary Rose, are life changing. There's no exaggeration from there. The most amazing partners. Yeah, they take care of you. You know, coffee and breakfast and crazy, right? Yeah, I know. Amen, Troy. Yeah, I hope you're good there. Hope you guys, glad you're both down in Australia doing good. I hope you're getting on the bike and traveling around and hope you make it back home soon. Yeah. Time for breakfast. I know, right? Same here. I think we're getting hungry too. Did you say you made breakfast?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Brett. Yeah. Sorry, brother. I'm sorry, man. Randomly breaking into a song. Good guy. He's a good guy. I hope he figures it out. I do. He is a good guy.
He's a good guy. He's just
Loud.
and don't know how to adjust yet in the
To the-
Philippines.
yeah.
Just like what our friend said that he don't really like American because they're
Loud.
loud and they don't really
Loud and
listen.
obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just doesn't fit with the culture here. This is a more quiet, reserved, conservative culture. But yeah, he's a good enough guy. I think he'll figure it out. I thought I
Yeah.
saw something where he might be in BGC now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really track, but
Yeah.
that's the kind of guy that does well there, you know, versus the guy earlier who says he's from the bush in Australia.
Yeah.
You know, the BGC, honestly, the Cebu Business Park IT part, they're good for guys who don't really want the adventure, who maybe don't want, you know, the outdoors life of the Philippines. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is something for everybody here, I feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go to BGC, Makati, all those areas. They got lots of malls and restaurants and eateries. To me, I feel like I'm still kind of back in the US though when I'm in those places. I don't necessarily feel like I'm in the Philippines. Like there, you miss out on what I would describe as the Filipino experience, like the people. You miss out on, you know, the kids who are like, "Hey Joe," or, you know, whatever, and smiley and laughy and giggly. You miss out on all of that there.
Same with me and Dumaguete. I feel like I'm a foreigner in my own country. It's different. I don't really like it.
Interesting.
I like more the Bais. It's very nice.
Yeah, same.
The student, I look like a student, so the students are very friendly to me. They're
Right.
calling me something. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's very nice to be out in the
Right.
province like Padre Burgos. I feel like home to me.
Right.
It's nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Something for everybody here.
Yeah.
Something for everybody. Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. John Malkovich. I used to hear, so what I hear, the guy Hank from Breaking Bad. That's another one I hear quite a bit too. Hank, Breaking Bad, of course, Bruce Willis, and who else do we hear? That it?
That's different.
Oh yeah.
Oi,
Oh,
that's different.
she's shy because she doesn't want me to say.
There's another one. I don't know. I forgot he is. It's also an actor. That's different.
Jonathan's? I guess there's
No, not
there's
that.
some porn star that's really popular.
They call you Jonathan.
Yeah, right. Anyways, yeah, too funny. There's some actors that I look like. Yeah, province life is the best for us. Yeah, I agree. I dig it, man. I dig it. Yeah, man. I think so too. I think we're gonna get some breakfast, guys. We've been on for 2 hours, and that's kind of my staple time. Thanks, everyone. This has been fun. I enjoy the live streams. I get a lot out of it too. I've learned about crabs and octopus
know
and
about
all
that
that. I
too.
didn't know about that either. So, But we're going to bounce out. We're going to get some breakfast too. Thanks, guys. I'll probably do another one of these in 2 weeks or so, although maybe a little bit sooner because I'm excited to actually test out this new streaming software that I've just discovered. So really appreciate you guys watching, being here, and checking out the channel. And being ayo.
And feed a good wolf.
Yes, be the good wolf. Peace, guys. We'll see you guys. Thank you.